Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time to talk about the Champions League as it's returning today. I did my predictions for the whole of the Champions League phase on the weekend, but now it's time for my predictions for what's going to happen in this game week. And just talking for the games, because we're starting off with an actual big one here. Bilbao versus Arsenal on the 5:45 kickoff, alongside PSV and Union Saint-Gilloise. I think PSV Union Saint-Gilloise could be a real close one. We can go from USG now. USG are a good team, but I think PSV are still a better team. But Bilbao and Arsenal, we know have some very good players. You know, some of the Spain's Euro winning squad from last year. The keeper, Simon, and then the Williams brothers. Bilbao could give Arsenal a bit of a shock here. Arsenal, still easing into things. Obviously, they might be resting a few players as well by the looks of it. I think Bilbao can get the better of Arsenal in this game. The 8 o'clock games, to give us some juicy ones. We'll start with Benfica Karabakh because it's the least juicy of the three. Benfica should be winning that game easily. Karabakh have given some shocks in the Champions League in the past, but listen here, it's not going to be a big enough shock tomorrow. Benfica should be winning that game. Juventus Dortmund. Juventus have started really well to the season. Dortmund will be looking to, pile on improved success from a couple of years ago, winning it to the final. Not much last year, kind of fell off last year. Juventus should still be winning the game though. Real Madrid and Marseille. Real Madrid do usually slip up early on in the Champions League. They usually have that game where it's like, oh, they're not going to do it this year, and then they go and do it because it's what Real Madrid do. And this Marseille game could be that game. I think they're still going to win it. I do think they're still going to win it. Mbappe loves the game against Marseille, so it should be smooth sailing for Real Madrid, but don't be surprised if there is a slip up. Spurs, Villarreal. Spurs was going to start really well, but Villarreal aren't a team to be sleeping on. They're not a team. Like them 3 games there are very, very tight. It's 4 very, very tight games happening tonight. Spurs should still be winning the game now, but it's going to be close. It's going to be real close. These early games are a bit of a fight, and I think they're going to be more of a fight than last season because teams are going to realise where the points are at. On Wednesday now, Olympiacos and Paphos playing on the early game there. Olympiacos should be beating Paphos, but Paphos do have a few heavy hitters like David Luiz in the squad. Olympiacos are the better team though. Slavia Prague and Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt have shown us how good they are and what kind of force they are to be reckoned with in Europe, but that is more of a home presence. They do play well away, but for Slavia Prague, I'm going to say a draw between those two. I think it's going to be split the points, both try and survive. Ajax and Inter not starting the season how they want to start really. Another loss at the weekend to Juventus there, and I think this Ajax Inter Milan game, Ajax haven't been the same old Ajax that they used to be, but I think it'll be a draw this game. Bayern Munich and Chelsea. Chelsea have started the season well, but obviously a big slip up against Brentford the other day. I think Bayern Munich still take this one over Chelsea, despite Chelsea obviously going all the way in the Club World Cup. I still think Chelsea are going to be struggling against Bayern Munich team. Liverpool and Atletico Madrid. Liverpool been getting away with their juju all season, scraping through right at the last, winning games right at the last moment. It ends here. Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone's now in none of that. You struggled to score against Burnley at the weekend. Atletico Madrid are not allowing none of that. PSG and Atalanta. PSG have actually been injury struck since I made my prediction video, so I think it'll be a lot closer now. I think PSG should win the game still, but it's going to be a lot closer than I initially had it. So don't be surprised if there's a draw there, just because the PSG being plagued by injuries. And then finally the Thursday games, another 6 games on Thursday. We've seen Club Brugge and Monaco. This should be the start of Monaco's good Champions League run. They have a good team for themselves now, and we should be seeing something going forward for them there. But Club Brugge have been known to throw a shock in the past, and for spanning the works in the past. Copenhagen and Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously Bayer Leverkusen is now with a new manager, Kasper Højlund. I think Copenhagen still get the better of him. I think Copenhagen still managed to get a draw out of this Bayer Leverkusen team, and I'm going to die on that hill that Copenhagen can get the result in this game. Eintracht Frankfurt and Galatasaray. Galatasaray made some big signings over the summer, and I'm seeing a draw now, really. City and Napoli, and this is a huge one. City have just come off a massive derby win. Napoli obviously coming after Scudetto last year. A lot of hype behind this Napoli team. McTominay, De Bruyne and Højlund all coming back to Manchester. I think City still win it though. De Bruyne might get a goal though. De Bruyne might get a goal on his return to the Etihad. Newcastle and Barcelona. I just think Newcastle haven't gelled well enough yet to beat this Barcelona team. This Barcelona team should still walk the floor with Newcastle. And then finally, out of the 18 games that we've managed to go through in 5 minutes here, Sporting versus Karat should be the biggest win of the week. Sporting shouldn't have an issue there. yeah, easy said, guys. That is the predictions for the week. Thank you for watching the video. If you like to see more, subscribe. Cheers, guys.